Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Person, Mr. Dr. Andi Kaharudin SIPM Hum, as a lecturer of Morphology and Syntax in the class of PBIA 2024 for academic year 2025-2026. Excuse me, sir, I'm Firkoh Najayarla with student ID number 204000124 and 006. And allow me to answer assignment 3, morphemes and word structures. Part A, lesson question. First question. What is the primary role of inflectional morphology in English grammar? The primary role of inflectional morphology in English grammar is to mark important grammatical features such as a tense, number, case, and agreement without changing the basic meaning or word class. Although English has fewer inflectional morphemes than many other languages, mastering them is essential for accuracy and fluency. For example, the distinction between play and played shows how inflectional signal time reference while keeping the same verb. Second question. How is tense typically marked on verb in English? Tense in English is usually marked by adding inflectional ending to verb. The regular past tense is formed with ed. For example, walk and walk, walk and walked. While irregular verbs change their form completely. For example, go and went. Progressive and perfect aspects are expressed through auxiliary verb combined with participle is walking, has eaten. Third question. What is the difference between regular and irregular inflectional form in English? Regular forms follow predictable rules such as adding s for plurals and or ed for past tense. For example, from jump to jump, from jump to jump. And irregular forms, however, do not follow these patterns and must be memorized. For example, from child to children, or from eat to ate. These irregularities often become difficult for learners to master. Fourth question. What are some common learners' errors related to inflectional morphology in English? For the first, learners often make mistakes such as B. Verb generalization, good instead of went. And the third, meaning verb agreement, she walks instead of she walks. And the last, confusing plurals with possessive, dog's bone instead of dog's bone. This error shows difficulties in recognizing and applying inflectional rules consistently. Fifth question. What are some teaching strategies to help learners master verb endings? Effective strategies include using sentence frames, color-coded text to highlight verb endings, and cloze activities that require learners to fill in the correct tense. Repeated and meaningful practice with this form help learners internalize the rules more naturally. Part B. Critical question. First question. How do inflectional morphemes contribute to fluency and accuracy in English language learning? Inflectional morphemes ensure that sentences are grammatically correct with support both fluency and clarity. For example, subject-verb agreement, she runs, and tense marking, he played yesterday, allow learners to communicate ideas clearly and naturally. Without correct use of inflection, learners may sound unclear or ungrammatical. Second question. What are the challenges learners face when trying to master irregular inflectional forms, and how can this be mitigated? The biggest challenge is that irregular forms do not follow rule and therefore must be memorized. This often causes confusion and fossilized errors. Teacher can address this by using drill, irregular verb charge, games, and constant practice to communicative context, so learners can gradually internalize these forms. Third question, how might a deeper understanding of inflectional morphology improve both spoken and written communication in English? By mastering inflectional rules, learners can express time, number, and agreement accurately. This reduces error in both speaking and writing, making communication clearer and more professional. A deeper understanding also builds learners' confidence and help them focus on meaning rather than form during communication. Thanks for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.